What's going on, everybody? Tanner here, and today I'm bringing you guys another build. This time we're talking about Warlocks. I was going to do Titans next, but Titan was not fully finished and all his little setups that I wanted to get done to make him perfect, so I decided I was just going to go ahead and do the Warlock first. You guys seem to really like the Hunter video, so I figured I'd bring you guys more of these. This is my current setup that I am currently rocking for my Warlock class. Now, as you can see, we start off rocking the voidwalker setup. So very first thing in the voidwalker class, as you can see, you go ahead and start on your grenade tree, and I am rocking Axion Bolt. In my opinion, that is the best grenade for Warlocks in general. Not only for just voidwalkers, but just all of Warlocks. I think that that's the best grenade that the game has to offer. Next up is my glide. I opted for focus burst, which allows me to kind of, jump forward and then kind of burst yourself forward. You get more of an explosive, like, burst towards a certain location, and it really just seems to help out when it comes to just getting places faster and getting down to locations quicker, dropping down on enemies faster, getting away from enemies faster. It's a really good lift, boost, glide, whatever you want to call it system. Next up is my Nova Bomb tree. Now, I opted for Vortex, which is Nova Bomb creates a vortex which continuously damages enemies trapped inside. Now, I really like this for the control aspect of the game. I can control locations, I can control doorways. Just using my ult alone, even if there's no enemies there, just throwing it at a doorway will make sure, guarantee they cannot run through that doorway, or they're going to die from it, or at least be really hurt waiting for me, and I'll be able to shoot them on the other side. So I really like that. Other people, will go with the Shatter, get your 3 bombs, or maybe Lance to shoot it quicker, but in my opinion, I'm only going to throw it when I know it's going to reach, and I don't need 3 projectiles because I'm pretty much going to throw it at the person I want to throw it at. So Vortex, to me, is the best option available. Now, next up is the melee section. Now, I opted for Lifesteal. Damaging an enemy with energy drain immediately restores a significant portion of your health. Now, I think that that's the best. Surge is also really good. A lot of people do that, and some people have been rocking Soul Rep recently. But in my opinion, the Lifesteal just makes it so much more worth it, because when you melee somebody, you get the opportunity to get some health back. So if they melee you, you have another chance to melee them again and finish them off. Now, as you can see, I kind of opted for a, balanced armor and agility with a high recovery. I really like the ability to just get my shields back, get my health back as quick as possible when I take that damage. I boost out of there, I glide away, get that focus burst out of there, and then I come back, heal, and come right back into the fight. Now, I think that this is the best because I don't tend to put myself out there too often to be hurt, so I need armor. And I also don't tend to just run around and do crazy stuff with her, so agility is also not too big with the Warlocks for me. Recovery seems to be the best option in my book. Next up, Annihilate. Now, this increases the size of explosions created by Nova Bombs and grenades. I think that that's just the best option because you can actually, when I ran that earlier, the Vortex, this will actually make that Vortex even bigger. It'll let it sit there longer, and it's just going to be, it's the way that I really think you should set up your Warlock to control points. If you're going to be playing an actual game of control, if you're going to be playing trials and trying to just focus on the control point, whatever it may be, in my opinion, these are the 2 best things you can have to make that really optimized and really make it happen. Then we have Ancestral Order, which is training focused on all attributes. Just kind of gives you a balanced boost to everything. You guys know how I am. I like everything to be balanced. I don't know why. I don't like to be on either side of the agility or armor battle. I like to be right in the middle of it, except for this time I'm running recovery, high recovery, but I like to balance everything out as much as possible. And finally, Vortex Mastery, which increases the range of Axion Bolt Seekers and the duration of Vortex effect of Nova Bomb and Vortex Grenade. Now, I really like this because obviously, like I said before, I think Axion Bolt Seekers are some of the best grenades in the game, and the duration of Vortex effect of Nova Bomb and Vortex Grenade is obviously going to be super helpful because that is where it came into effect of making a big explosion that sits there and damages enemies trapped inside, and it sits there for a longer time. So now you guys can kind of see why I put all those things together to optimize the control ability of my Warlock. The ability to lock down corridors, lock down doorways, whether it be with an Axion Bolt through a doorway, the ult through another doorway. Once you have all these things together, you just really can't be pushed very easily without some type of duration damage being done to the enemy if they push those doorways. Alright, so on to the weapons. Now, I won't, talk too much about it because if you guys have seen my Hunter video, you know that the Hawksaw is my favorite. But I'll go ahead and give the new guys a quick little zoom at what I'm looking at here. SLO 19, fitted stock, counterbalance, and snapshot. In my opinion, this is a really good one. Some people like injection mold. Not a fan myself. I'd rather aim the weapon really quickly. Then we have Vacancy, which is a fusion rifle. It's one of the best in the game. A lot of people will say that this is like a god roll for a fusion rifle. It comes from the FWC. It comes with Torch HS2, which is a sight that's, not too bad, pretty good. If you can see up there, it kind of looks almost like red dotish. And you have Hot Swap. Readying this weapon grants a brief period of bonus accuracy. So as you pull up, you almost want to quick scope with this thing. Enhanced battery increases magazine size. You could go with brace frame. I also really like that, but I just like the magazine size, so I have a better chance to just keep shooting, and shooting. And rangefinder. Aiming this weapon increases its effective range. Now, obviously, that itself is going to make this weapon almost like a sniper rifle, fusion rifle. So it's really, really good. I really enjoy the vacancy. Super good setup. And finally, in the weapon section, we have the Truth. Everybody knows what the Truth is. The most OP rocket launcher in the game. Hard launch, more velocity, grenades and horseshoes, heavy payload, and prototype True Seeker. So that makes this thing just completely OP. Best rocket launcher probably in Destiny history. Gallahorn was really OP, but I don't know. Truth just seems to be more a pain in my behind than any of the other ones. Alright, then for the shell, we're running the Consume shell. Eventually I'm going to swap over to all Sunlets, but I just want to make sure that I get all 335s first. So we're just rocking the Consume shell, which is an intellect and strength based shell. And you guys can go ahead and see the specialties of it. It's not really that cool, it's just a shell. But for the helmet, I'm running the Blind Jackal Mask. It is a 334 discipline strength based helmet, and as you can see, it comes with Angel of Mercy, gains bonus super energy from reviving others, and better already, shields start recovering immediately after orb pickup. So this makes it pretty nicely. Your buddy drops some orbs, you can pick them up, your shield starts recovering quickly, but the best thing about it that I like is the Angel of Mercy perk. This is what makes it kind of a PvP based item compared to a lot of the other helmets in the game. Next up, I'm rocking Samsara 1s. These are 334 defense, intellect, discipline based gauntlets. They increase your grenade throw distance and increase the reload speed of pulse rifles. Now, obviously, that makes sense why I would be rocking that because I'm a Hawksaw guy, so those are definitely some really good gauntlets for me, and I enjoy the grenade throw distance because of the fact that just winging those Axion bolts across the map is just so satisfying. Watch people get chased around and killed by them, so really good gauntlets. Those are what I'm rocking. Alright, next up, my chest piece. I'm rocking Void Fang Vestments. It's a 334 discipline strength based item. I spawn with full grenade every single time, whether I die and get revived and then insta-sniped and revived again. I can just keep throwing grenades every single time I get, picked up or I get respawned back into the game. As well as Axion Bolt gains an additional Seeker. So this is a really good setup for me. Obviously I'm rocking the Axion Bolt with the additional, grenade throw, with the additional grenade duration, with the initial, grenade blast. All these are, combining together to make my ability game really, really strong. And I rocked, obviously I picked the Discipline over here and Fusion Rifle ammo because I'm rocking the Vacancy, as well as Void Armor, increased armor when using Void based subclass. So this picks up a little bit of where I didn't choose to put armor earlier. This kind of makes up for it. Even if it's a slight amount, it makes up for it in, the sense that I didn't choose any of the armor abilities. After that, we have Haliatus 1s, maybe? Not real sure. These are some 335 defense, intellect, and strength based boots. They increase the amount of fusion rifle ammunition you can carry. Now, I'm not real sure. I've never really known for sure whether both of these things stack together. So I don't really know if you can, double up your the amount you can carry. But if you can, that's really the reason I have it set up like this, so I can get lots of fusion rifle for that vacancy, because it is a god roll and it is pretty awesome. So these are good, and I also have it set up to increase agility for 5 seconds after a solar double kill. Meh. Obviously, I got to fix these boots and get a little something better down the road, but as of right now, that's what I'm rolling with because of the fact that I wanted to do the fusion rifle boots. Then we're rocking the Sublime Light Bond. These are 330 intellect strength based bond. Increase the upgrade rate for scout rifles and increase your crucible reputation gains, as well as the Sins of Karad Tan Warlock artifact. It's a 335 discipline and intellect one. It's obviously none of these are really that cool. They're all pretty much for minions of the darkness, but they do boost your builds a little bit. It's not fully done yet. It's a new one that I got just rather recently, and it's not even the one that I want. I'm actually thinking I want discipline and strength based for my warlock here in the end, so I'll pick something up better. It's not the one that I truly want, but it's the one that I have to deal with for now. And finally, I'll jump down here and show you guys the bottom of the tier. This stuff's usually pretty boring, but you can see I got the S35 Aeon Glow, Happy Horn. Is that Happy Horn? Yeah, it's just the generic one. Waning Star Ship, and I'm rocking the Lost City shader with the Iron Pride one. I'll probably end up switching that out for something cooler later on down the road, and the Awkward Dance. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I hope it, really helped out. I hope you guys could see where I was going with my build. It's not a 335 complete build, but like I said before, once you get above 330, I just don't see any difference in the game. Nothing to me is that noticeable. So in my opinion, this is a complete build, and it's finished, and she's ready to rock. The only thing I need to fix on her is those boots a little bit, because, there's just that last perk was just not really useful to me at the moment. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch if you guys haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And have a good day. Have a good night. And peace.